Hey, it's your friendly neighborhood Rhino main, coming back at you with another How to Spy video. Now, if you didn't see the last one, I run this game solo a lot, mostly because my Wi-Fi isn't very strong sometimes, and while I do run it with a group occasionally, most of the time I'm playing alone. So I gotta level weapons somehow, and it's kind of a pain because I can't get a group and run Hydron. So, how do I level weapons? Well, I learned from a relatively low level that power running spy vaults can give you a fair amount of XP. Almost all of my leveling, I think level, I want to say like 10 through 16 I farmed up. Maybe a little lower than that, probably like 8 I farmed up on, where is it? Dion. And I speed ran these forever. And then when I got a little farther in, I ran the Neptune one. Aha, La Media, or whatever it's called. So yeah, I did a fair number of vaults, and that's how I leveled up. So I got pretty good at running those. And most people will tell you the only way to run spy vaults is by bringing a Loki, an Asher, an Avara, and a silenced weapon, and sneaking through it. Or like bringing a Limbo and cheesing it. Now, if you're trying to level a frame or weapon, you're going to want to not do that because you're trying to level the frame. And I'm not going to level my Rhino. I'm bringing Rhino to prove you don't need a stealth frame. Rhino is the least stealthy frame in the game. We're going to drag this guy along with us. But you can run it with any frame in the game, and it's just to prove it. Mobility mods wise, I have no mobility mods as a standard build. I have Arcane Consequence just to make it a little less painful to get into and around the spy vaults, but inside the spy vaults I'm not going to be using these. These are just mobility when you get a headshot. It's my favorite Arcane by a mile. Very, very fun. Might do a video on that at some point. But yeah, just a standard build. No mobility mods, no stealth mods. This is a non-suppressed weapon. I'm leveling my Shigara Prime because I got this Raven for it, and I never made this weapon before, so it's been pretty fun. That's about it. So we're going to do, the format of this video is going to be, I'm going to show every single vault. And I'm just going to, when I'm inside of it, I'm going to cut to that, use all my editing power in the world, and I'm going to explain how to do that vault. Now, I'm not going to explain how to do it the hard way. We are going to be going through the easiest way through that vault for each and every one. And if there's any extra tips, I will beat the vault and run back through it a little more slowly with all the enemies dead, so you can see all the tricks for said vault. What vaults we're going to be doing is we're going to be doing the Grineer Kappa on Sedna, which is the highest level Grineer spy mission, and we're going to be doing Oceanum, this Corpus one. So there is Kuba vaults, but Kuba vaults are kind of unnecessary to learn, and that's kind of like the Lewis spy vaults. That's a whole nother video. That's a lot of information for Kuba, and I frankly don't understand them fully yet. But if you really have to run Kuva, just bring like a stealth frame and cheese it. Don't try to level weapons there. Bring a full kit and go in. And that's about it. So I'm just going to cut to the first spy vault. I'm going to go through all of them, and then I'll have any closing remarks when I get through all of them. So again, doing all of the Grineer and all the Corpus spy vaults. So let's cut to that. Alrighty. So here we are at Spy Vault 1, and personally, this is the easiest spy vault in the game, in my opinion. So let's get into that. Get no mobility mods. I'm going to hump down here and take a quick right. There is a drone, so try to do that pretty quickly. Just slide underneath there. There's a mobile laser wall here. Any frame can get past pretty easily. It's not that far of a jump. So just going to hop, skip, and away we go. Past that. Wall run along this. Going to hop up here. Pretty easy. Run along this tunnel. And then you can either go through the door down there, or you can just bullet jump through this hole. Pretty easy. Now, pro tip, if you're moving and sliding, don't try to hack a console. Wait till you're standing still, because it'll glitch. You'll start hacking, then you slide away and deactivate it, and you'll set off the alarms. So hacking is pretty easy. Just gotta get a feel for it. It's a muscle memory thing. Don't worry about failing. You'll fail a few times. Get in the mood. Don't get in the habit of relying on ciphers, except for one vault. So that's vault 1. And I believe there'll be a few more Grineer, and then we'll hit up the Corpus ones. Welcome to either the easiest or the hardest vault, depending on if you know what you're doing. So, you can go around and bunny hop all the way around, and then there's a drone, there's a couple doors you have to hack through, and enemies, and it's a real pain. And these moving platforms kind of gives you that Star Wars Episode 2 vibe. But you can negate all of it. Check this out. Straight up here, bunny hop this wall, and you're up here. You're going to crouch, make sure your sprinting's off. If your sprinting is on, when you crouch, oh shoot, hold on. You'll crouch, you will sometimes go straight to sprinting. It's kind of glitchy. You're gonna crouch walk through these things. Super easy. Now most people don't know how far you can get with this. They get to here and they think, oh, well you're going to follow that and you're gonna drop down to some doors, but you can actually just hop right down the side and hack this. So this goes from being one of the hardest to the second easiest, I'd say. Now, if you hit a laser, either above or one of these lasers, you can run out, you're going to drop down, you're going to hack this door, and it leads you right back inside. Pretty simple. Don't worry about anything else. Just do the path I showed you. It'll always work. That's about it. Let's go to the next one. Alright, so I had this paused. Oops, I had this paused because this one's a time-sensitive one. As soon as you hack the door for this spy vault, you're going to do exactly what I do here. You're going to run in, shoot straight up. We're going to walk over here. I'm walking through that when it's not active. That's a laser wall. There's a drone that patrols there. So you got to move fast. Get up in here. Once you're in here, hardest part's behind you. Drop down. Kill this fool real quick. Notice a form on my weapon. I leveled it up. It took about 5 total runs to level this thing to max because I did them all perfectly. So that's pretty nice. I'm going to walk over to this and hack it. Now, if you're not comfortable hacking in a time frame, you can always use a cipher or fail it, which is what I generally do. I use a cipher or I'll just not worry about perfection. This one's really time sensitive and you have to do it perfectly. And I intentionally didn't because I kind of wanted to show what can happen. You'll get those balls, which will instantly knock you, if you're not using Rhino, out of the hack. And the lasers do a lot of damage to you. But I'd say it's worth it to avoid the process of actually doing it correctly, and I'll show you why. If you want to do it correctly, here's what you're going to do. You're going to run in, instantly going to hop up to this thing right there. I missed the jump, but you're going to hop up to here. Then you're going to run around this really kind of awkward tunnel. Going to hack this terminal. You're going to run over through here. You're going to hack this terminal. You're going to run around. You're going to drop down here. Going to hack this terminal. That's going to turn off all the laser walls and open up the main door. You're going to hop out and time running through so that you avoid the drone that's going to be patrolling in this area right here. You're going to run inside, kill the man without getting spotted by the drones, then you're going to hack it. It takes about 3 minutes to do it perfectly, and it's very annoying. So I'd rather just take the odds of getting an imperfect run or using a cipher than taking all the time to do it because it's just not cost efficient. So that's how you do that. Let's go to the next one. Hippity hoppity, we are at the next spy vault. And this one's probably the most unique one out of all of them because this involves a potential boss fight if you mess it up. So, we got 2 drones in there doing their rounds. Pretty annoying. And these drones are super gimmicky and finicky and they're annoying and they scan you when you don't need them to. So, you can hop your way down here. Crouching, sliding, whatever. Stay low. Don't let the drones see you. Pretty simple. Don't worry about it. Alright, and you're going to crouch, and you're going to stay crouched over here. Now, that drone over there likes to get bugged out in the corner, sometimes. But it looks like he's fine this time? No? Yes? No? Alright, so it looks like he's bugged. So normally he's doing a route, you can see the outer edge, up, around, and under this terminal right here, and then around to the other side. That whole path, he's doing a route that way. And this other one does a route on the inside. But since he's not doing anything, we're going to hack this. Because he's bugged out in the corner. That has been happening recently. I don't know if it was a recent update that did that. But he's been having issues. Now, if you fail this, before you hack it, this jackal will activate and you can fight him. He doesn't really drop anything, but it's kind of fun. So if you feel like fighting a jackal, and you don't have him scan for the simulacrum. Oh, if you want to scan the jackal for the simulacrum, you can scan that one. So pretty handy. That's about it. Let's go to the next one. Alright, here we are on vault number 2, and this one's quite a bit more difficult, but just stay with me and I'll show you how this works. There's these drones. You're going to hug this wall before they leave, because they have the tendency to do it like a U-turn and see you. You're going to follow this left-hand one. You're going to hop up here, do a bullet jump up here ASAP. There's faster ways of doing that, but that's the safest way. You're going to wait for this. run past it. Same with this one. Now, depending on the level, if it's a sortie, you can kill this guy. If not, well, if it's not a sortie, kill this guy. If it is, don't worry about it. Gonna kill him, wait for this to be clear, and hop down. Now, this is a little bit finicky. Just be careful with it. Slide it underneath this one. You're gonna bullet jump and double jump real quick to get over that one. And you're in here. Quickly hack it, and you're through. Now, there's other ways of doing it, but that is the best combined ease and speed method. Now, there's the chance there's going to be no drones. Sometimes enemies spawn. So if there's no drones, you're going to run through here, shoot that. If there's a laser wall up, go down. If it's one down, go up. Going to go through, kill this guy. You can hack this to drop the platform, or to raise the platform, I guess. We'd actually be using it to raise the platform here. But it'll raise the platform up, that door will open, and you can just drop down. Multiple ways you can do that, but the way I showed you is the fastest and most efficient, and it'll work for any enemy type versus just the Grineer. So there's actually... Alright, this is the most funny spy vault, in my opinion, and I'll show you why. So, this is a really fun looking one. It's got its tower in the center, it's got the wires, it's got the drones, it's all intimidating, and you beat it by just bullet jumping straight up and falling in the hole in the roof. That's it. That's the whole thing. No shooting laser walls, no drone dodging, no nothing. There's this whole lift platform. You can go to the bottom with it, and you can, you know, hack this terminal and run through. Actually, I don't think you can hack this, but you like dodge the laser wall, avoid the drones. Forget all that. Just shoot straight up with a bullet jump going out of the right side, and you're done. Yep. On to the next one. And we're at this next one. This one's one of the ones that varies the most with level, so it's going to be a bit different depending on how you do it. But as a gamer here, just shoot the camera real quick. Now you're going to have these varying height laser walls. There's sometimes one right there. So you're just going to bullet jump through. They'll usually line up so they retract at the same time. You can, any frame can just bullet jump right through that. And just take the plunge, go for it, commit, and jump. And you can turn off if you want, for some reason. Don't know why you would. You're gonna take it right here. Where does this go? What in tarnation? You could go down here if you wanted to. What to do? No, you're gonna go up here, and you're gonna climb up this part and hippity hoppity. This spy vault is on our property. So there's two ways you can do this. One, if that's open, you can from here bullet jump in there, which is easier than it looks. It really is. Or you can shoot this, run around, and bullet jump up through here. Now, if this is closed and that is open, you're going to want to wall hang here, then press crouch and jump at the same time to bullet jump over that. Like that. See? And just aim and then press bullet. Oh, shoot. There we go. But this is open, so we're going to go through here. And if it's not open, you're going to wall hang on it and just shoot into that one. It's not very hard. It's just a practice thing. We're going to run around, drop down here, and you're going to hack it real quick. Again, these are muscle memory based, but they're pretty easy. Don't panic, keep your head cool, use your brain. Tip for those is to match all the outside ones first, and then do the inside run to spam rotate until it fits, and it'll work. So that's about it. On to the next one. Here we are in our first Corpus vault. Corpus vaults are generally pretty simple. The hacking's a bit different. The hacking's different on console and PC. So, this is the first one, and this is ironically the first spy vault I ever ran. Solo at least, I used to run them in groups. This one's intimidating looking, but it's not that hard. Don't worry about that vault right there. I think it sometimes is open. Don't go to the right, just follow this pattern. So you're gonna run through here, you're gonna slide and sprint to get to this cover, duck inside, dodge that, run through here, dodge that, and shoot this. You can hop up inside of here. Don't go to the left, because there's a camera there. Am I being invaded? That's a shame. So, there's going to be a camera here. This is the hardest part of this vault, and it is genuinely obnoxious. You're going to stay low until it looks to the right. Kind of 3D peek that, pop out and shoot it. Now, if you don't feel like shooting it and you have your operator, grab your operator, teleport over, get underneath it, and shoot it. That easy. Hop inside, there's a camera to my right, but since I'm not going the front door, I'm not worried about that. Dodge this, drop down, and hack. It's pretty simple, but it's one of those ones where if you try to do it the way it looks like it's supposed to be done, it's a bit harder, so just follow that pattern, you'll be fine. Let's go to the next one. Alright, this should be the last of these. So, cameras, laser floor, all that jazz. This one is a real juice box in the middle of summer. It is refreshing, it is fun, but it is a pain in the nuts. So, you're going to activate that switch down there, turns off the laser floor, ignore that camera, walk over here. Hint, we're going to be abusing third-person peeking a lot during this. So, first camera is right there. It's behind that wall, fortunately, but honestly, I don't know if it's blocking the sight. I've never tested it. Walk up, double tap, boom. If you have punch through, it's handy. Don't fall down. You'll get faster at these. I'm moving slow just so you can see. Avoid that camera. You can see it being... Shoot that. What else you could do is you could go around. This one will be open. It's one of two ways this can work. This one's going to be open and that's closed, or this will be open and that's closed. If that's open, I'll show you in a second. So we got that camera, and we're standing on top of the other one. We're going to hop down over here. We're going to shoot that. Boom. And we hack it. Super easy, super fast. If it's not the one we went through, it'll be this one. And it's going to be simply, you're going to walk through this, that's where we were. You're going to walk around to here. And the camera's going to be facing you down there, you see? So what we're going to do is we're going to wait till it's not looking at us, pop out and shoot it. And we're going to 3D peek this one for that camera right there. When it's not looking at us, pop out and shoot it. It's that simple. That should be about all of them, I believe. Let's double check, and then we'll go to closing remarks. I'm just going to lean back and get real comfy for this one, because this one's a pain in the butt. Alrighty. And another Corpus spy vault. And this one is obnoxious, because it's got everything. It's got enemies, it's got cameras, it's got laser walls. So, we're going to start off by shooting this camera as soon as that guy rounds the corner. This one you need to kill people. I'm sorry, it's a shame, but you gotta kill people for this one. Even if you have to just wail into them with your operator or something. So as soon as we see that guy, we're going to be shooting him and this camera. Any second now. Any minute now. Oh, we'll just put it open. Come on, buddy. Buddy. There's one. We're gonna slide through here. I guess they didn't notice us. We're gonna shoot this camera, this little pixel peek. There we go. Go through both of these really fast. We're gonna kill this guy. We're gonna walk through this laser wall, and that's that. Gonna set all these right, hack this console, and we're gonna walk inside. Now, what you could do is you could... I don't even know how you get over here. To be honest, I don't really mess with the shortcuts on this one because it's pretty simple. It's one of those muscle memory things. There are ways to get around behind. Sometimes those will be open, but I wouldn't worry about it. I think it's this one. One of these is usually open. Yeah, you can go around through here and go above, but it's not worth it, I'd say, unless the alarms are active. Now, if the alarms are active, 100% to the shortcut. Take that, because it'll leave the door closed so drones can't get into you as quickly, and it'll give you more time to hack. But normally, I just say work your way through slowly, take your time, hit your shots, kill everything. Good stuff. That was a little less cohesive, sorry about that. On to the next one. Alright, welcome to spy vault number 478. There's always going to be an enemy there, so kill him real quick. So, this one's a bit of it's a bit tricky. It's one of the harder ones in the game. So, there will often be a cam underneath here, which you can shoot. You can also ignore it. There is a hackable door down there. Do not hack that and walk around that way. Instead, this will always be open. Bullet jump up to here and stand in here. So always at least one of these, usually two, will be open. Oh shoot, hold on a second. Just up to the side, thank you. We're gonna go down here, and we're just gonna, heart of the cards, pray, do a quick, what is that Catholic thing where you tap your forehead, chest, and shoulders, and then just go for it. Right across. And we're clear. There's gonna be another camera down below. And you can either just shoot, Oh, no camera this time. Oh, there it is. There we go. I'm gonna run right inside, jump in this tunnel, and we're basically finished. And I'm gonna show you that trick for the last one I told you about hacking. We're gonna go through and hack all the outside ones. So we're gonna match these, we're gonna match all those, and then the inside one lines up. And if it's like an easier one where the center isn't like 6-prong, then you can just spam the circle button, like make it rotate for the center one, and it'll match up. So this one's that was the easiest house. For this one, there's a different version. So if the door on the, I guess my right, if this door is open instead of this door, it's going to be a different run. So if it's this one, you're going to run around through the outside and go counterclockwise over here. If this one's open, you're going to do the same thing. You're going to, but you can't shoot the cam for one thing, so you have to just commit to jumping to this. And then you're going to run around, same story. Oof, don't mind the dog, don't worry about that. You're going to run around. Now, same camera, you can just jump past it, aim slow, shoot the camera, and then this door will be open. If that is open, it's going to lead you into here. You're going to have to hack this quickly and quietly and try to avoid being detected. Or, if you really want to, you can just walk out of here with whatever weapon you got and just try to kill them all. And you're going to have to kill all of them and the cameras pretty quickly. But you can do that, and you can hop inside, and you can just turn off, this will turn off the laser walls, and you can kill them all, and you can freaking do whatever you want, but it's way harder. So what I would suggest you do is I would suggest you just hope and pray, run around through here, jump past the cameras, shoot camera, hop inside, hack, take a left. It's pretty simple, don't worry about it. That's about it. Well, let's continue on to the next one. Alright, one of the last Corpus ones left. This one is, I call this the tower. And you can look from here, be taking an elevator down. If there's enemies patrolling, there's cameras, there's moving laser floors, whole shebang. And we will not be touching the bottom floor throughout this whole thing, so watch this. So about a couple seconds down, we're just gonna jump and start wall hugging here. And you'll see there's this door here. And it'll be on either side, doesn't matter. We're gonna go to the right side, and if there's sometimes be a barrier here, just fully jump into the wall to destroy it, because it does 1 damage, pops it. Now, I don't know where the hell he is, but there's usually a guy right there at the terminal. But well, you're up there, so I'm just, oh, there he is. There he is. Dude, you're out of sync. What are you doing? You're not supposed to be over there. Kill him too. So, try to avoid killing stuff. I'm just going to knock him out real quick. Don't worry about the security cams. You're going to shoot straight up here. I have Arcane Consequence on. One sec. Going to let that wear off. If you want to shoot up, you can do it with one bullet jump, you can see. Don't worry about it. And you're going to learn to do this the right way. You can hop down to this one. You're going to hop down to this one. You're going to wait. You're going to hop down to this one. This one's the hardest one, I'd say. You're going to wait till there's an opening. You're going to hop down to this one. And you're going to jump right down the middle. This is purely just reflexes and practice. There's no trick to it. Just go to the top and jump down the right way. But that's how easy it is if you do it like that. There's a lot of shortcuts to this one. There's something that you can go up here and then up here, and that'll be open sometimes. And then there's, go around, and one of these laser walls is active, the other one isn't. And you go up, and the other laser wall might be active. And then you got here, and you got nullifiers, and you gotta go around this way, and you have some consoles, yada yada yada. You're gonna go all the way to the top. You hop in there. You can use this to hop up here, and you run across, all the jazz in the world. The only other way you can do it, though, realistically, is by avoiding laser walls, dropping down, up into this side, and then there'll be something you can hack to get into here, I think, I want to say. Wait a second, hold on one moment. No, this will sometimes be breakable, and if not, you can come through in here. There's just a whole lot of options, I'd say, but realistically, I wouldn't worry about it. Just do the method I showed you, and you'll be fine. It's just, this is one of those ones where there's a lot of variation to how it can spawn, with what's destroyable and what's hackable and which laser walls are active. The way I showed you, like that sometimes is a passageway. The way I showed you, I seem lost because I don't usually take this method. The way I showed you, just by hopping up here, There'll be a guy almost all the time staying at this terminal, so you're just going to hop around and pop a bullet in his head, or if you have a melee weapon, it's coming to stab him. So just jump straight up and go down through him. The cameras won't spot you. Nothing will see you. You're perfectly safe, and you can take your time. And then if worst case scenario, you literally fall to the bottom, and that's it. That's like the end of it. If you really need to do that. So yeah, that's about it. I believe we've got only one or two more, so we'll go on to those. Alright, so closing remarks about spy vaults. Rhino is actually, in my opinion, one of the best frames for them, because you saw a few of those had some really unfortunate laser walls or enemies, and you can solve a lot of spy vaults if you're just doing them for a sortie by casting your iron skin and running through them. But if you're trying to use mid-level weapons, you're going to want to bring somebody a bit faster. And my personal suggestions would be Zephyr, Nezha, Mirage. Mirage is very fast, if you didn't know, because she's got a high sprint speed and a good bullet jump. Got a higher than average bullet jump. Loki for his stealth, Ashe for his stealth, or Avara. Now, Avara is my least favorite pick because her stealth comes very slowly. Avara's not really good for these. Ashe and Loki are pretty comparable. They both have teleportation, they both have stealth. Loki's got a little longer stealth, but Ashe can kill enemies a bit better, and he can use his throwing daggers to take out cameras. Very, very convenient. But I believe Nezha is actually the best, and I'm going to show you why. One, Nezha is hellaciously fast. Nezha is way faster than he's given credit for, and I fully believe in a foot race on the plains, Nezha smokes Volt. Buff with buff, every mod they can use. If you maximize Nezha's speed as high as you can, he is just incredibly fast. And you're not going to build him for max speed for spy vaults because you have to be able to do some tight maneuvers. But we'll take rid of get rid of Mag Glove, and we're going to throw on Steel Fiber. This is a pretty standard build that anybody can get that's going to be amazing for this. One, this shield and health are going to mean that you can eat shots for days. You're going to be very, very durable. And that means that if you fail, you can always cast your Warding Halo and sprint through it, and you'll be fine. You'll be fantastic. It'll just be dandy for you. Or you can use your damage buff to knock out some tougher enemies if it's a sortie spy vault. If you didn't know, his 2, if you throw it at enemies, makes him take more damage. Very convenient. All that's fine and good. What you can also get is, because you don't have that low duration, your speed buff will give you 23 seconds. And it's a pretty efficient cast, you know. 30 drain is pretty high, but 30 for 30 basically. It's not bad. And that's going to give you 25% extra sprint speed, which is good. You're going to want either Proton Pulse or Lightning Dash. One or the other. Don't take both, because some of these require pretty precise bullet jumping. And you're going to want one just to get around faster. I use Proton Pulse these days because it's really fun. But, you know, Lightning Dash or any of the dash mods will also work. A little less, you know, power, but you have it all the time. Either one, whichever you want. It's, whatever, it's really just... It's a choice thing. Arcane Consequence. I run this, I double stack them to get to and from this faster. So as I'm leaving one, I'll shoot an enemy in the head, and I'll move 80% faster with all my parkour, bullet jumps, rolls, slides, dodges, all that jazz. Stupid fast with 2 of these active, and they're guaranteed on headshot. So that's very nice. Basically, with him, I've done a 2-minute run perfect of spy vaults. 2 minutes. But let's talk about the realistic effects of it. If you're not doing perfect runs, or you're trying to do them a little slower, you're looking at between 5 and 8, I'd say, to level a weapon to max. And you're going to want to just run no secondary weapon. You're going to want to run 1 frame, 1 weapon, no companion. That's it. That's going to maximize the game to the weapon. I ran about 10 of these and maxed this once and got it to level 25 because I was doing mostly perfects. It's not bad at all. If you're doing them perfectly, you're looking at about 5 runs, I'd say. 5 to 7, I think. There's no perfect science to it. And depending on if you have boosters and if you get kills and stuff, about 5 to 7, I'd say. And you're looking at about 5 minutes max. You shouldn't be taking more than 5 minutes to do a standard spy. The most I took for 8, and that was explaining each and every one as I was going through that. That one was 540, and I was explaining 2 of the spy vaults. It doesn't take very long. You know, just go in, get a feel for it. You'll get them down to about 3.5 to 4 minutes a piece. That's going to be your average time once you get a little practice into it. And let's do the math. If it takes you 5 runs, and you're taking 4 minutes a piece, that's 20 minutes. Okay, it's 20 minutes to max a weapon. Solo. Getting pretty good rewards. Getting Avara parts, which you can sell for 5,000 cash a piece. You'll get a whole stack of those after a while, and you can sell them for a pretty penny. You'll be getting endo drops. You'll be getting mods. You can be getting relics. Yeah, it's not a great farm unless you really want the XP. I wouldn't do it if you're not leveling a weapon. But it's good, you know? You get stuff for it. And if you get an invasion, you can kill the invasion guy. If the wolf's ever back as a regular invasion, spies are a great way to farm him, because you can go in there with an unleveled weapon and then pop out an arc gun or something and just ruin his day. All in all, I would heavily recommend you do spy vaults. And hopefully that makes it a bit easier. You can see how I do all of them. My name has been DeadTread. Like, comment, subscribe, please. I could use some subscribers. Getting decent views, but not a whole lot of subs, which is a shame always. But yeah, if you like more of this, please tell me in the comments how I could improve the videos, make them more cohesive. Any tips you got from me, I always love hearing it. And yeah, that's about it. Deuces.